Chernobyl, a name that echoes through history. The very name conjures images of a nuclear nightmare, a disaster that changed the world forever. Situated in what was then Soviet Ukraine, Chernobyl housed a powerful nuclear power plant, a marvel of engineering at the time. This plant, intended to be a beacon of progress, instead became a symbol of disaster, a haunting reminder of human fallibility. The Chernobyl power plant was a testament to human ambition, a grand project that showcased the heights of Soviet technological achievement. It was a complex network of reactors and cooling towers designed to harness the immense power of the atom, a source of energy that promised a bright future. It stood as a symbol of Soviet technological prowess, supplying electricity to a vast region, lighting up homes and industries. Few could have predicted the catastrophe that would unfold, a disaster that would leave an indelible mark on history and change the course of nuclear energy forever. On April 26, 1986, the world watched in absolute horror as disaster struck Chernobyl. During a routine safety test, a sudden and catastrophic power surge ripped violently through reactor number 4. The reactor core, overwhelmed by the surge, overheated very rapidly. The intense heat caused a buildup of steam pressure, leading to a series of explosions that blew the roof off the reactor building. The force of the explosions sent a plume of radioactive material high into the atmosphere. The immediate aftermath of the explosion was chaos and confusion. Firefighters, unaware of the invisible danger they faced, rushed to extinguish the blaze. Plant workers exposed to lethal doses of radiation succumbed to radiation sickness. Nearby residents, initially told to stay indoors, were eventually evacuated from the area. The invisible threat of radiation hung heavy in the air, carried by the wind to far-flung corners of Europe. Section 4. Containing the catastrophe, a race against time. In the wake of the disaster, a desperate effort to contain the fallout began. The explosion at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant released a massive amount of radioactive particles into the atmosphere, creating an unprecedented crisis. Emergency response teams from all over the Soviet Union were quickly mobilized to tackle the catastrophe. Helicopters dropped sand, lead, and boron onto the exposed reactor core in an attempt to smother the fire and absorb radiation. These brave pilots flew repeatedly over the highly radioactive site, risking their lives to prevent further contamination. The materials were chosen for their ability to mitigate the spread of radioactive particles. Miners dug a tunnel beneath the reactor to install a cooling system. These miners worked in extremely hazardous conditions, knowing that their efforts were crucial to preventing a potential meltdown. The tunnel was intended to house a liquid nitrogen cooling system to stabilize the reactor's temperature. A massive concrete and steel structure, known as the sarcophagus, was hastily constructed to entomb the destroyed reactor. This monumental task involved thousands of workers and was completed under intense time pressure. The sarcophagus was designed to contain the radioactive debris and prevent further release of radiation into the environment. This structure, while imperfect, played a crucial role in containing the spread of radiation. It stood as a testament to human ingenuity and determination in the face of disaster. Although it was a temporary solution, the sarcophagus significantly reduced the immediate threat posed by the damaged reactor. Section 5. Chernobyl's Legacy, Echoes in the Wind. This chapter delves into the haunting aftermath of one of the most catastrophic nuclear disasters in history. The Chernobyl disaster had profound and long-lasting consequences. On April 26, 1986, Reactor 4 of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant exploded, releasing massive amounts of radioactive material into the atmosphere. The immediate death toll, while officially in the dozens, is believed to be much higher. Brave firefighters and plant workers who responded to the initial explosion were among the first to succumb to acute radiation sickness. Thousands more have suffered from long-term health effects, including cancer and birth defects. The radiation exposure has led to a significant increase in thyroid cancer, particularly among children who were exposed to the fallout. The environment around the plant remains heavily contaminated, a stark reminder of the disaster. The red forest, named for the color the trees turned after absorbing high levels of radiation, is one of the most contaminated areas in the world. The exclusion zone, a 30-kilometer radius around the plant, remains largely uninhabited. Once a bustling town, Pripyat now stands as a ghost city, frozen in time with nature slowly reclaiming the land. The Chernobyl disaster serves as a stark reminder of the devastating consequences of nuclear accidents. The sarcophagus, a massive steel and concrete structure, was built to contain the radiation, but it is only a temporary solution. It highlights the importance of robust safety protocols, transparent communication, and international cooperation in the nuclear industry. The disaster has led to significant changes in how nuclear plants are operated and regulated. The lessons learned from Chernobyl continue to shape nuclear safety regulations and practices worldwide. Modern nuclear power plants are designed with multiple safety systems to prevent such a catastrophe from happening again. The legacy of Chernobyl is a constant reminder of the need for vigilance and innovation in the pursuit of safe nuclear energy.